Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Ну что, доброго времени суток. Начинаем Кенфолит, столпы земли. Не знаю, на что это похоже. Больше на книжку, наверное. Посмотрим, разберемся. Может быть. Так. Ага. Начать книгу, начать новую. Ага, одно сохранение, да? Еще обучение есть. Ну, давайте. Собор. Перемещайтесь, щелкали мышь по земле. Логично. И пауза. Что тут есть? Карты, документы. Подвигайте курсор, сколько он примет такой вид, щелкните правой кнопкой. Ничего себе подумал. Так, что мне... Для того, чтобы видеть интересные места персонажей и выхода, нажмите и удерживайте среди или удерживайте пробел. Инструменты тома. Так уже взял же. Содержимое вашего инвентаря отображается в левой нижней части экрана. Щелкните предмет, чтобы взять их. Допустим, гаргулья. Можно было сначала посмотреть, что это такое. Ой. Ножку сломал. Сорян. Ой. Поговорить с Салли. Местоположение собор. Дочь. Такая же упрямая, как и я. Такая же упрямая, как и мать. Семейство упрямых прям. Для выбора ответа щелкните. Логично. Пускай помахай, чтобы привлечь внимание дочери. Покашляй, чтобы привлечь внимание дочери. Ну, кашлять. Если хотите промолчать, дождитесь, пока уйдет таймер. Скажи дочери, что вернетесь позже. Просить пойти с вами. Пошли вместе. Когда ваш курсор принимает такой вид, щелкните, чтобы исследовать такую область. Для ускорения нажмите на переход. Ширинг, Англия. Вы где, хоббиты, что ли? 1135 год.
This should do.
Пожалуй, хватит. Ты
How do you
как?
feel?
Can't complain.
Жаловаться не на что. Вон какое
After all,
удобное
there's
дерево
a
под
cozy
спиной.
tree in my back.
I promise, this will be the last fire. After tonight, it won't be trees anymore, but walls and a roof. In Shiring, I will find a job.
What if the bishop wants to hire you for life? To keep his palace in shape? Maybe strengthen the town's defenses? Plain things, Tom Builder. Just walls and roofs.
There. Took me a lifetime to find some dry ones in this wet. Why didn't we just use your staff? That old thing would have done nicely.
Because that thing is precious. It's not made to burn. And we might be able to sell it. Right, now let's see if this does the trick.
Лук.
Hurry up, I'm freezing.
Ничего, посидишь.
Oh, come closer, dear. I'll keep you warm. What's the matter? Just use the Flintstones, Tom.
Подсказочки пошли. Сейчас небольшой перерыв. нас дай потерялся. Нет, 13:45, ну да, полчасика прошло. Непорядок. Ладно, пошли жечь дрова.
Martha, you want to cut up some turnips? We'll be making soup.
If it helps.
Alfred, you go and look for water.
We could just eat snow.
No, it'll be proper water for my family. You sit, I'll take care of it.
You still haven't answered my question, Tom Builder. What if the bishop offered you a job like they did in Exeter? Something that is beneath your craft, but pays for a lifetime. Easy work.
Well, building something is never easy.
You know what I mean. After Exeter, you said I could create something that matters, something that stands for eternity, or I could die setting up houses and sheds. But what if houses and sheds would feed your family? Would you stay this time, or would you keep on looking?
Лучше.
I'd be glad to stay.
Would you now? Just promise me you'll think about it.
В смысле взять?
Maybe we can sell the baby.
Alfred!
I'm joking. Don't listen to me.
Can you see the sun yet?
No, but Martha...
Don't distract me. I'm working.
Гномон. О. Том получил этот инструмент в качестве прощального дара. Он использует ее при закладке новых построек. Его тень показывает время и помогает менять Восток, куда можно... куда всегда должна быть направлена алтарная часть церкви. В Эксетере Том впервые работал на строительстве собора и поначалу воспринимал это как обычную работу. Мастер часто упрекал его за то, что он недостаточно серьезно подходил к делу. Вскоре Том начал понимать все значение пропорций, символизм цифр и почти что волшебство формул, применяющихся при строительстве. Этот гномон напоминает ему о мечте однажды построить собор от начала и до конца. Что, нужен котелок?
Stupid snow. Why did it have to come down just now?
Should never have left.
Well, we're here now.
Где тут выход?
Guess there's no use complaining.
Или мне...
Alfred.
What? Aren't you supposed to get water? I am not keen on eating rotten leaves tonight.
Alfred!
Don't mind him, dear. Boys must act tough if they want to get by.
Is that so? Hungry?
I'm fine.
Шерифа не осталось. Как отсюда выйти?
I like Salisbury. I wish we had stayed.
They have no work for your father.
So what? I can work.
You're a mason just like Tom. If he can't find work, you can't either.
Боже мой. Yes. Еще английский. Кстати, не то что английский, а прям чистый британский. Заметил эти выражения? Замерзшая лужа. Это замерзшая лужа. Выйти. Это на крайний случай. Если как в дедлайте не найдем, что делать. Если вскипятить, то сойдет. Да, интересно, как ты будешь кипятить. То, что замерзло. Терпеть не могу ворон. Надеюсь, в нашем лагере не покажется. Камень. Прочный гранит. Если его правильно открыть, получился изумительный портик. Еще одна самая обычная дверь.
Beautiful.
Красота. Грязный снег. Грязный снег. Обычный снег. Загаженный воронами. Да, это лучше не есть. Так, стоп. Чё, колючие кусты? Колючие кусты. Либо в колючие кусты пойти, либо в чащу леса. Кали добывай. Я вот так подозреваю, что здесь можно попортить себя. А в чаще можно что-нибудь, не знаю, медведь найти или заблудиться вообще. Ну что, чатик тайм. Колючие кусты или чаще? Сразу в пекло, да, пойдем? Ну ладно. Нет?
It's just more woods down that way.
Ну, говорили 2 раза. Если нажать, то быстро пойдет.
Nah, no getting through there.
Изи чаща и изи колючая штуковина. И чё? Нам остается. Нужно найти чистую воду.
That should be enough. I just need to break the ice.
Ну, бери котелок и бей его котелком.
Houses and sheds. Walls and roofs.
О, 2 из 3.
I'd be glad.
3 из 3.
Should be glad.
Вообще. Так не той стороной он бил. Косличка встанешь. Думаешь, не из копытца, а просто из лужицы. Это у него флешбеки такие.
Tom, what's keeping you?
Ничего, набрал, нет? Сойдет. Набрали кастрюлечку вещества, сойдет. Что, давайте ставить, греться.
And did you think about what I asked you?
На костре ногу. Да. Только так и не построить забор.
I might never build a cathedral.
Is that so bad?
Why is a cathedral so special?
Well, you've seen a few. You should know.
Yes, but there are so many already. Why do you have to build another one? Is it because God needs more houses?
May I?
If you must.
Well.
Начнем со стен по порядку.
Actually, a cathedral isn't so different from any other house. It always starts simple. with some
Серьезно?
walls.
Может, она
And on
отогрелась?
top of that, you put a roof.
Very good. A roof to keep off the rain, and walls to keep up the roof. Together that makes one big, long, but dark room. Like a cave.
Построить портик. Ставить. Что такое портик? Давайте портик построим.
Now, we mustn't forget the doors. And not only doors, but a big and impressive one to let in as many people as possible.
But isn't it still dark in there?
It is.
Озвучка похожа на девочку из игры Silence. Тоже такая квестовая штука, недавно прошел. Открытая галерея с колоннами, прилегающая к зданию. Нифига себе. Вот это познание моздай. Почему нельзя просто двери дверьми называть? И они еще пиво пывом называют. Поэтому обязательно проберем в стенах окна. Что ты предлагаешь? Давайте зададим вопрос ребенку. Пусть
So, what do you
думает.
suggest?
Windows, of course.
Right. So the people inside can see what they're doing. By now, we've carved quite a few holes in our cathedral. Unfortunately, not every building can carry a roof like that, and have so many windows.
So what do we do?
Good and solid work. That's what we do. If we don't want our cave to collapse, we have to make everything perfect. Not only strong, but consistent and perfectly even. The walls, the roof, the windows, everything perfectly proportioned.
You shouldn't say big words like proportioned when talking to a child.
What does it mean?
It means beauty. Well, it means not only will it keep them dry.
Работа прям для перфекционистов. Ага. Что-то очень слабенькое название для такой огромной штуковины. Портик. Страху Божию. Одеждой. Не знаю. Наполнит их сердца надеждой.
It will give them hope. Like this?
Mama?
Неудачно получилось. Ой, как громко.
The baby is coming.
Сейчас будем учиться принимать роды.
Have your waters broken yet?
Soon after we started walking this morning.
You should have told me.
Да, чё ж ты не сказал-то?
I'm so tired. I don't believe I can bring it into the world.
Well, look at all the blood.
Все, я виноват. Она доверилась мне. А теперь ей приходится рожать зиму посреди леса. Они напуганы не меньше моего. Они напуганы не меньше моего. Они напуганы не меньше моего. Что у нас еще есть? Какие варианты? Так. Успокоить детей. Или начать что-то делать. Надо детям сказать, что-нибудь приготовить. Да, у нас больше нет вариантов. А, еще плащ есть. Плащ. Может, он ее немного согреет. Начнем с плаща.
Let me cover you.
Ну, такое. У нас еще есть. Чем тебе помочь?
Right, what can I do to help?
Stay with me.
Will she die? She'll die, right?
Ставить панику, слышь? Вроде здоровый парень.
Mama.
Смотреться. Дети.
Children? Martha?
Боже мой. О. Разъягунь.
Go and collect more wood. Let's have a bigger fire.
Let me do it. I'm quicker than her.
No, let me do it.
Ладно.
Alfred is faster. He has to do it.
But I want to help too.
Что за тростник? Давай тростник.
Collect some reeds.
Будем добывать.
2 lengths of string, each big enough for a necklace.
What for?
You'll see.
Историю обнять, осмотреться. Что еще сделать, женщина?
What else can I do?
Будем хомячить. Даже здесь найдем, что похомячить.
I put more wood on the fire.
Can you
Молодец,
feel the
Альфред.
warmth?
Yes.
Что еще есть? Какие варианты? Так,
Alfred,
что еще можешь сделать? Вода и так греется. Иди за сестрой сходи
take
тогда.
care of your little sister.
She's all right. She's busy.
Тогда воду грей.
Get more water. Take snow if you must and make it warm.
Right.
Только с камней не бери снег. Обнимашки. Обнимашки тут особо не помогут. Спрашивали, давай историю рассказывать.
Remember when Martha was born and the Lady Isabella acted as midwife?
You were building a chapel, and you asked her to send her maid to fetch the midwife from the village.
Yeah, and she said, that drunken old witch won't let her deliver her literal wolfhound pups. And she took us to our own chamber. And poor Lord Robert could not go to bed until Martha was born.
It's not long now. Be ready.
Историю. Ладно, давай. Все будет хорошо.
Oh, your hands are cold.
I could
Плохая
warm them
идея.
for you.
No. Stay here. Please.
Опять холодными руками, господи. Давай другую историю.
I'd say for a year as bad as this one, we've managed quite well.
You lost your work. And then Martha almost got killed by that pig thief. You call that well?
I know,
Что-то плохая идея.
but we're still here for each other, aren't we? Holding together as a family. Us builders aren't carved out of measly wood. Never were.
You
Какая-то
expect
руина
the Rumbling
подкрадывается,
planet to come
по-моему.
falling from my legs?
I wouldn't be surprised.
The water's warm now.
Put it next to me.
Что мне с ним делать?
It's coming! Help me, Tom!
Откуда она знает, что у нее мальчик?
It's coming!
I can see it.
It looks horrible.
He's perfect. A perfect boy.
Вот-вот. Текстовка есть.
You're still bleeding.
It's all right. It will stop soon. Tom,
Yes?
thank you for being my midwife.
Ну, какие были еще варианты?
Do you remember the night I came to you? In your lodge? When you were working on my father's church?
Of course. How could I ever forget?
I never regretted giving myself to you. Never. For one moment. Every time I think of that night, I feel so glad.
Me too.
В Какие-то времена, тройня.
I hope you build your cathedral.
Кто ж так делает? Надеюсь, ты построишь свой
Thought you
собор.
were against it.
I was. But I was wrong. You deserve something beautiful. Build a beautiful cathedral for me.
Еще и все выжили, ага.
Papa, what's wrong with her face?
Agnes. Agnes, wake up.
Грустное начало. И пошла инквизиция. Классно небо сделали. Как настоящее прям. Столпы земли из пепла. Пролог. Произошедшие события. Вы решили, что собор должен нести надежду. Вы сказали Агнес, что возьмете за любую работу, предложенную епископом. Вы прощали Альфреду его поведение. Вам не удалось помочь Агнес во время родов. Нашли информацию о прошлом Тома. Интересно, можно ли было помочь Агнес во время родов? Альфред, видимо, из-за этого будет не очень хорошим человеком. Да, короче, надо плеть и воспитывать детей. Горе. Ладно, так интереснее будет, чем переигрывать. Можно будет прочувствовать все выбранные решения. Режим как там, Терминатора. Все. Но сохранение. Ни шагу назад. Нашли информацию о прошлом Тома. Что, можно было не найти, что ли? Принять. У меня тоже вариантов-то нету. Принять. Проиграть в текстовом квесте. Глава 1. Филипп. Цвет настроения синий.
The year of our Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble.
Brother Paul? Hello!
Новицей. Кто такой Филипп?
You just crossed the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
Указать на ошибку. Второго прикнуть. Ты чё? Ты кто такой?
Monks and villagers don't have to pay a toll.
Ah, sorry, I'm not good at this. I told Brother Paul. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Предложить ли ему сыр? Так у нас будет друг. Или враг. А нужен ли будет сыр? Потом. А может он вообще негодяй? Вообще, получается, церковь, он собирала деньги с людей. Вот жизнь за сыр. Как можно давать сыр таким людям, которые так нагло берут с тебя деньги? Где вера после этого? О каких соборах может идти речь? Ты на него пожалуешься, потому что его заставили собирать деньги. Или так ты на него пожалуешься. Ага. Эх. Ладно, выпросил, на тебе сыр.
It is not much, but I can share this with you.
Нифига себе, целиком дал. Я такой сыр неделю ем. Ткань все еще пахнет сыром. Потом нас упрекнут, что у нас сыр есть. Я не хочу брать ткань. Я понюхал и отложил.
I hope now it will be easier for you to fulfill your duties.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Will you take care of my horse, brother? I've come to see Prior James.
Prior James? That's him the bells are tolling for. Leave the horse here. I'll get it down to the priory later. Fish should go nicely with that cheese.
What? Why are they ringing the bells?
Don't you know? The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
Дьявол.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge?
Библия Филиппа. Вы можете использовать Библию на объекты, чтобы узнать, что в ней говорится о них. Или используйте ее на людях, чтобы обсудить с ними вопросы веры. О, в дьявол. Так, где ты там? Иди сюда. Река, можно с рекой поговорить. Филипп, давай поговорим о вере. Он стареет. Бился обидели раньше меня. Ох, сколько тут всего. Выне. Не? Хижина. Найти приору Джеймса. Это дальше, это. Хижина. Тропа между деревьями. Хижина. Где у меня было? Ага. Почему у меня гномон туда остался? Карты нету. Тропа. Эй. Ну. Борщик. Выше сидит пол. Где же пол? Тропа между деревьями. Где же пол? Здесь очень много орешков. Интересуюсь. Собираю орешки. Теперь у нас сырные орешки есть. Классно. Известняк. Будем знать, что здесь есть известняк. Ой. Кингсбридж. Монастырь. Прогресс. Дорога на север. Ты чё? Здание возле поля. Здание возле поля, здание возле поля. Начнем справа, налево пойдем. Топ-топ-топ-топ-топ. Побежал такой. Шустрый монах. Печки. Дорога. Дверь. Если. Красная ткань. Охо.
Why is this locked?
Ой. Как я тут оказался?
When he opened the sixth seal, I looked, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth. The moon became like blood, and the stars of the sky.
Ну подожди, давай в деревню сходим сначала.
I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, but most houses are empty.
Здесь вот так вот, да? О. Зашли как-то там с бакдора. Лошадь. Хорошка была. Заберем. Ой, какой неженка. Ужасная вонь. Ладно, логично. Ух, наша колокольня. За 4 года обломки не убрали. Вообще. Тот самый куатор, кухня, странноприимный дом. Что это значит? Или выглядит ухоженным. Кухня.
Closed.
Понятно. Главные двери. Видимо, тоже будут закрыты, и мы снова вернемся в куатор этот. Странно приимный дом, устаревшее обозначение богадельни. Больница приюта для нищих коллег. Попал. Дорога к портику. Сад. Здесь собор. Тропинка на кладбище. Ну, капитула.
There's no one here either. Where are they?
Куда все подевались? Свежая могила. Угу. Дом приора.
It's locked.
Все позакрывали, а? Что же за люди такие? О, нашлись.
Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness. The pestilence that rode in on the lightning that struck our cathedral 4 years ago. Did you not all feel its presence here ever since? James did, and I did as well. But the Lord says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Our beloved Prior James has served the Lord all his life. He shall be delivered from the darkness, from this dark earth.
Prior James?
Philip.
Francis?
For many years, James has been our prior. After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand. Amen.
Зачем они головы бреют? Е, выборы. Филипп-то где?
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here. I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Of course.
And his brother a prior of what now? 2 years?
It's been 4 years, Cuthbert.
I see. How are things in St. John in the Forest, Philip?
Лучше, чем в Кембридже.
Our little cell is happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy. Thanks to your brother, Francis, St. John in the Forest is prospering. His novices are obedient, his monks humble and pious. Well, our own priory is in such a sorry state.
You know James did the best he could. It was not his fault. Also, they make a remarkable cheese in St. John's. Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
Я ж пытался, но закрыто.
Brother Cuthbert seemed upset.
Well, we all are. The way James died was disturbing.
Какой Джеймс?
How did Prior James die?
7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge and a hole in the ice.
Ага.
Oh no.
No.
Да там же невысоко было.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
I will pray for James. See me when you have time, Philip. I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
Что здесь делает Фрэнсис и где он?
At least it wasn't Remigius who punished us. Brother Marcus said he's taking a beating now once a week. I saw him crying yesterday. He cried? Is that him?
Так, пацаны.
Must be.
Помню, когда я был мальчишкой, меня переполняли вопросы. В это место для молчаливого созерцания. Пацаны, у меня есть сыр.
The cloth is useless, at least right now.
Ага. Орешки. Говорим о Боге. Так, в прошлый раз мы не были строгими, будем строгими.
The cloister is a place for quiet contemplation.
Yes. Normally we wouldn't speak up like this, but...
But what, brothers?
Are you Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes?
May we ask you something? We know we shouldn't be asking you like this. How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Oh, of course.
We promise.
Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a
Почему я
place.
должен объяснять?
Cathedral.
That's probably what the guest master was talking about.
Ну, почему он
Do
отказался?
something to a cathedral, it would be a sin.
Andrew wouldn't tell you why.
He got very angry with us.
We had to say the Lord's Prayer 150 times.
Each of us is God's temple, for he created us.
The guest master said Prior James destroyed God's temple.
And that you'll go to hell.
Это не было самоубийством.
Prior James did not commit suicide.
But no one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows. God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
They say the devil was chasing him.
Don't say his name.
Ага,
I
ага.
have seen brave men run, for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
Call me again, Brother Philip. I'm Brother Philip.
So, again, we're all...
Так, что тут есть? Есть что взять? Свеча. Бессмысленная трата средств. Согласен. Пошли. Потушим все свечи. Мы включали здесь. Чаша со святой водой. Say what again? What? Да будет тьма достижений. Ха-ха. Так, крипта. Крипта это же там, где уже все, могила. Пустая, тело так и не нашли. Что же случилось в ту ночь? Помолимся.
The cathedra, it is not for me to take that seat.
Алтарь, отче наш. И так далее.
Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will on earth as in heaven. Give us this day as we and lead us not into Amen.
Фрэнсис, ну-ка давай, общаемся.
I wonder, Francis, how much of your work is related to our Lord?
All of it. But Earl Robert is not a pious man. I try to guide him as best I can, but I cannot change what he has me writing or reading.
Рад ли он его видеть?
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip.
А, вот так вот.
Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. At least in this one
Откуда ты
case,
знаешь?
I'll be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Борьба за трон. Изучить. Вот так. А почему король Генрихе, королеве Мод и короле Стефани? Первая часть датирована 1 января 1136 года. Долгие годы король Генрих оставался без наследника, поскольку многие его родственники, включая сына, утонули. Все утонули. Совпадение? Не думаю. Персикая пролив в одну ненасытную ночь в 1120 году. Вниз его дочь Мот родила сына. Дочь Мот родила сына. Последним желанием Генриха было, чтобы королем под именем Генриха II стал его малолетний внук по достижениям совершеннолетия. До того момента править должна была мать наследника, королевская дочь. Несмотря на то, что королева Мод была законной наследницей, нормандская знать не была к ней расположена ввиду ее брака с Жофруа Анжуйским. Конечно, лягушатники какие-то. Герцогство Анжу и нормандское соперничали в протяжении долгого времени, и теперь это соперничество готово перерасти в войну, которая разразится прямо здесь, в Англии, поскольку кузен Мод, Стефан Блуаский, приплыл из Нормандии и узурпировал трон. Война. Спросить, как можно помочь.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you. I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can
Пошли
know
интриги.
why we're looking for the knight.
Ух.
Locked.
Терминатор. Найти рыцаря, да? Там в деревне кто-то был.
This priory is so
Тараконь.
much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Так. Тут мы были. Мельница мышцы, да? Блин, я уже не помню судью Дреда.
Philip!
Brother Milius.
Come! Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother Cuthbert.
Milius, why do you keep a beautiful pot like this around?
Oh, it reminds me that we should strive for order and beauty. I started collecting some seeds and nuts because I wanted to start a new garden.
A good idea.
I never got around to collecting more, though. If you find some, let me know.
Ну, есть орешки.
I found some beech nuts.
Ah, we will grow a beech tree then.
Wonderful.
Ну вот, я хотел наоборот взять.
I'm sure you will.
Достижение райский сад.
You keep everything nice and tidy around.
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
Салат замели. Не знаю.
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Нормально они там.
Every other day we even have
Рыбу,
poultry.
сыр едят. В тяжелые-то времена.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius? Put things right.
Надо звать того плотника тогда. Сегодня правильно лучше спокойного Джеймса. Не знаю, будем категоричны.
Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to
Привилегии,
burn
да.
all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
Ну, начинается.
What?
Чумачечий какой-то.
Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving. Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service?
Да. Именно его-то. Хватит рыбу уже там мямлить.
No, I don't remember any knights visiting us.
Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refused. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow it.
Типичная ситуация.
Talking to the devil.
What?
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side. He was
Шиза.
bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins?
Какие могут быть вообще грехи у священников? Я не понимаю.
Brother Cuthbert.
Ah, we were waiting for you. I hope you brought some of that wonderful cheese you make at St. John's.
Да, я уже потратил.
I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
He said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Greedy brother Marcus.
You are too trusting, Philip.
Вон. Надо было его отругать, короче, этого.
Has there been a night at Kingsbridge recently?
Milius, wasn't there a poor soul found dead before Christmas?
I don't know if he was a knight.
He was put to rest in the cemetery.
The cemetery. That was the right thing to do.
Нет, я не слышал. Серьезно? Да что их так?
Brother Cuthbert, you seem worried.
Prior James was a kind man, but the priory is in a terrible state, Philip.
Philip knows. He was just too kind to say anything.
Кто ж после этого святой и добрый?
I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk with Prior James about these matters.
We should be rich.
Блин,
The priory
я
has much
просмотрел.
land and collects from many parish churches, but we are in debt. Our novices steal from us, Philip.
Новицы воруют. Ну и порядки у вас, короче.
Yes, someone took my keys. Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar more than once. Today I found something missing again.
Так замок поменяйте.
Let us continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
Это обжора, небось. Ах, он негодяй. Что тут еще есть? О вере поговорить не хочешь?
The glory of young men is their strength, but the splendor...
Matthew?
Proverbs.
I'm afraid I won't have much chance, but I'll take your word for it.
Ну и порядки здесь. Арнольд. О, внизу обжора сидел.
How are you? Huh? What?
О, без...
How are you? Are you well? Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well. It's just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
Так может это гули? Бруски говорит. Ну-ка давай поговорим. Новицы. Встретил моста. Ну-ка иди сюда.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
It's not the time to consult scripture. The cloth is useless.
All of us. Because God created us in his image. That's why we can all pray to him. We don't need to go to church for that.
Может,
What we have
здесь?
to ask ourselves is,
Ой.
can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these
Adolf?
dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
Странно, да? Я все пропустил, короче, не знаю, кого поддержать. Кого? Правый, левый, левый, правый. Быстрее, быстрее, быстрее. А чё, кого-то ответ? Пусть сами решают, не знаю.
Philip of Gwynedd. I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother.
Что?
No reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
Че? Ты кто такой лысый вообще? Я был потрясен.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Да-да, видел я тут, как вы следуйте правилам.
Brother Andrew, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
Aside from the ones that visited for Christmas? No.
Во всех пороть пора.
If there had been an official guest, I would know. And no one stayed at our guest house.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Возможно, стоило что-то сказать по поводу этого нового приора, да? И это бы повлияло как-то на выбор. Да.
Let us continue this.
Of course.
Мне нужно подготовиться к следующему выбору. Ты что ли лысый?
No, we are the temple.
Так, ща, минутку.
But why a church then? Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple? Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple?
Don't say that.
Why not?
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the cathedral. It feeds us.
We are people of God. Yet we need to eat too.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
I see. A temple to feed the temple.
Yes.
We must take good care of us. And our cathedral.
We must.
В смысле из-за меня еретики? Почему? Так, нужно прошерстить все стены. Где? Кто тут шепчется?
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
You seem troubled, brother.
Он только что был в другой комнате.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him. I think I heard him too.
No, you...
It sounded like a whip. Like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is no...
Давай, пошли сходим.
Чё the crypt has been locked.
Then get the key. Brother Cuthbert should have it.
There it was again. What was
no
that?
Talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Боже, теперь какого-то Кадберта искать.
It was nothing.
О, трещина в стене.
The novice said he hid the keys in here.
Очки.
They're here. I have them.
Ищи любую дверь или ворота в монастыре.
This brother Marcus really did steal Cuthbert's keys.
А что за лестница здесь? Ну все, теперь у нас есть ключи. На крышу, что, типа на крышу нам не надо? Заходим, пацаны. В смысле? Ты... Боже. Ой. Темнота.
Let's see what we can find. Nothing.
Он паучок сбежал. Саркофаг. Станки Адольфа.
These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds.
Давайте вскроем, сейчас полутаем. Мораль -3 сразу, да?
Nothing here. The saint rest.
Просто взял, открыл, посмотрел.
Even if it is Adolphus, we would.
А почему он, когда подходит куда-то, сразу светлее становится?
Nothing here. Hello? No.
Аура Пьюра.
Nothing.
Ну чё, все? Тут звонят. Блин, звонят всякие рекламы все время, сколько можно. Нет там ничего.
About the crypt.
Please go into the crypt. Then tell them that there is nothing, not a single thing to be afraid of.
I think I heard it again. There was something. He's right.
About the crypt.
Я ж там был только что. Ну нет уже ж. Так, собор, дом капитула, тропинка, кладбище. Что я хотел-то? Портику. Примем дом. Так, ну осталось зайти только на кухню и сдать пацанов.
It's getting cold. When will these novices learn to close?
как же подвал? Можно было зайти полутать.
Philip.
Found the key.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
Не постаться.
Sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius?
Конечно же.
I will think about it.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
I will leave you to your work.
I will leave you to yours.
Я просто судья Дред. Ты говоришь, что виновен и всех сдавать. Ну что теперь-то делать? Деревня, дорога на север. Здание возле поля. Еще раз деревеньку что ли проехать. Здание. Открыть карту. Что-то изменилось, что ли? Зачем они мне карту показывают? Чё ж не изменилось? I'm the law, prepare to be judged. Да.
Locked.
У меня же ключи есть. И... Fast travel бы. В смысле fast travel? Дорога Глостер. Немногие ездят по этой дороге. Люди приезжают только в собор. Что ж, значит, у нас остались какие-то дела. Пойти, что ли, с этим, с главным поговорить. Наш пони. Может, есть что? Оп-оп. Через 3-4 локации не ходить каждый раз. Ну, да, так и делаю. Только не всегда работает. А-а-а. На обычную кнопку карты почему-то выключается звук.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you?
There was something.
I knew I could rely on you.
Now stop it.
Здесь что ли надо что-то делать? О. Что это было? Где?
No strange.
Где предметы? А предметы делись. О, вот они.
The knight doesn't seem to be around here.
Рыцаря там нету.
The cloth is useless, at least right now. God will... Hello?
Так.
What is that? What is that? It's the size of a child.
Да, это же дьявол.
Hello? Oh. An owl. Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them. The brothers did hear something after all.
Да, испугались совы. Хочешь тряпочку с сыром?
No talking. Now we sing.
Все, расследование проведено.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
Да,
God bless
конечно.
you, brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Открыть меню карт. Нет, ну не перемещается. Может, к дому сборщика нужно подойти? Там какой-то чувак был, с которым он общался. Или пойти с теми пацанами, может, пообщаться. Дом приора. А, в дом приора мы еще не были. Ну что, поговорим?
We should go to Shirings. I heard they have a big one that would even do you.
А, вот
What's
так
that
вот, да?
supposed to mean?
Так вот. Говорим.
I will contemplate this later. Not now.
Понял. Так, что тут еще есть? Этот поротый.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Кажется, это было убийство.
I was the one who found his rosary by the river.
Очень
Now, let me
интересно, что
continue
это
my
был именно ты. Так. И музычка соответствующая, да? Не нравится мне этот лысый. Для начала спросим про рыцаря.
Did a knight come to Kingsbridge within the last few weeks?
Of course. Even the bishop and the earl were here for the Christmas service. I held the sermon.
And
Да ладно.
the week before?
That week I was not here. Andrew Sacrist and I travelled to Shiring to hire cooks and buy food for our guests.
I see.
Добавим потом немножко. Так, давай, рассказывай.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Hmm? Don't you have
Отмазывается.
your own priory cell to run?
Хочет выдвалить отсюда. Да-да-да. Кстати, Шерлок тоже есть. Я тут нашел. Вроде как интересно. Надо будет потом сыгрануть.
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs.
Свое мнение у тебя
They
есть?
never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
No, I will not. Let's talk about Mark.
Brother Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is
Sorry,
something
Mark.
we cannot take lightly.
И это не единственный его грех. Достижение доносчик.
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me.
Никто не видел рыцаря, короче. Куда ты ушел-то? Там наверняка есть еще какие-нибудь документы, я не знаю, не? Или нельзя шариться? Нужны улики.
What is it?
Где? Где улики? Я хочу улики. Мой лут. Что на лице? Хана вам. Может, теперь он захочется? Сказать им слово Божие? Нет? Нет. И что нам остается тогда? С этими мы общались, там мы были. Собор. С этими еще раз. Вот тут остался один, тем более. Скамья, зайди на мельницу. А мы там были только что, там было, там ничего не было. Было закрыто. Что такое опять? Ясно, ничего. Хотя, может, можно было с ним в Слове Божьем поговорить. Поговорим с братом. Который брат.
Philip, have you found?
Not yet.
Работа над этим. Над чем?
I wonder, Francis, how much
all of it. I try to, but I cannot change what he had.
Почему туда нельзя сходить на крышу? Идем. Пошли. Странноприимный дом не открывается. Что боится высоты? Как было Франсиса. На кухне. Милли, что-нибудь скажешь?
What can I do?
Так. Все обсудили. Адверт. Тоже все обсудили. Пойти. Так. Может, тут пришел дядька, вот он, да. Брат Пол. Ты-то нам и нужен.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ouch. Oh.
Зима на дворе, а он без носков.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain.
You should have a fire.
It's all right.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food and shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will? If he thinks I've been complaining.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. I held his hand.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be except for his...
I heard about this. I think that would...
Sometimes I wonder if it... A few days later,
Prior James, Philip.
Да по-любому.
Maybe I brought a...
Как можно принять письмо?
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Да. Есть ничего новенького нету? Нет. Все, короче. Серьезный разговор. Готовься, Джеймс.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
А где доказательства, что это его? Такой неуверенный.
About the
talk to Brother Andrew. Now leave.
Там музыка напоминает. Игру за Некрополь.
Yes.
I am looking for a document that was in...
How does that relate to my tasks? Talk to Remigius.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
Что? Что? Так, а тут что-то было, не? Портику, мельница. Не то, что нам нужно. Хорош петь. Сейчас мы тут соберем всех.
Thank you for your...
How could I not?
Ясно. А, вот так надо сделать. Понял.
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting.
Yes, please go ahead.
The sacrist agreed that way I might be able...
Good thinking. I will...
The letter is probably in the... But the sub-prior is going to...
What? We cannot allow...
Of course not.
А ты знаешь что-нибудь?
Letter is not around.
Ничего не знает. Походу надо было поддержать слова Резничего в диалоге с Катором. Там он бы нам показал бумаги. Ну, бумаги все равно где-то там, где-то там. Вряд ли. Дальше мы не пройдем, пока не предъявили бумаги. Стена так. Пацаны, все на сбор.
There will be a... You convinced, Andrew? We will be... You have our...
Короче, сейчас мы захватим эту церковь. Сами будем ею управлять.
Excellent. Brother Cuth, do not worry.
Хе-хе-хе-хе. Типичный дед. Бумаги. Эти бумаги. Че, молодых монахов надо? Нет. Давайте тоже. Все
There will
нужно.
be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh yes. Thank.
Все, вроде всех собрали. Ну, есть еще два там нубасия каких-то. Не, нужно же еще это... деда взять. А ладно, мелких тоже позовем. Хотя, может, и этого надо позвать. Тоже местный парень же.
Brother Arnaldus. There's a chapter meeting.
Today, wouldn't miss that.
Стоит ли звать вот этих пацанов?
A waste of time.
Согласен. У них свои дела, им ничего не надо. Их еще наказывали. Они не знают, что ты забрал пищу. Ага. Ох, моя бедная нога. Общий сбор. Все, выполнено. Можно собираться. Ну шо, Эндрю, погнали.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should find... Are you ready? If you have any other business to take care of, the meeting could take a long time.
Общий сбор. Какие еще дела? Вроде дел-то нет. Какие еще дела? Это ж не Fallout. Да и там всегда успеть можно полутать. Главное не оставлять все на корабле.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honoured. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
Все смотрели где половину вечерних стримов.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip.
I can
say
I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him?
How wise was Prior James, really?
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell
Brothers,
now let him speak.
Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, heavens.
Hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Elias.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not.
Я уж думал, сейчас руина будет.
What are you waiting for?
Что мудрячок не пошел бы на лед.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that?
Конечно.
Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
Then, the devil had a hand in his last wish as well.
Most certainly did not.
Мы одинаково думаем.
Not so sure.
The devil. If the devil has come to Kingsbridge, we must cast him out. He has come in the ways of neglect and self-righteousness.
Наташа, всех сдадим.
Let us look into the books and ledgers. Let us look into the problems that have ailed Kingsbridge for much too long.
Don't need your meddling.
Philip is well, I suppose.
How dare
I agree.
Hear, hear.
He is right. We should not make room for the devil.
Neither here nor in our hearts.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
О, началось.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
No.
So he did nothing to soothe your pain. He had only warm words.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
Эти письмо, платим историю.
What are your true intentions?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
Ой.
No. I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously, my choice.
Excellent choice.
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great idea.
Philip.
Захвачено.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Стрим на iPad не работает.
Thank you for your kind
Даже не
offer.
знаю.
But we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you.
Может ли это от битрейта зависеть? Не знаю.
We don't have much time. Evening mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right.
взят.
Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Так, записи Фрэнсиса, борьба за трон. Изучить. Записи Фрэнсиса о почившем короле Генрихе. Тоже было про Генриха. А, это часть вторая, да? Небольшие записки нашего нового короля Стефана поддерживает большинство нормандской знати и даже церковь. Его младший брат Генри, епископ Винчестерский, один из самых влиятельных священнослужителей во всей Англии. Он заставил Стефана поклясться усилить позицию церкви, в которой почти не было политического влияния при короле Генрихе. Если честно, я уже думал, что надо действовать тоньше всем. Бумаги, как this is the police.
Now, let us look for the letter.
Бумаги. Скрин.
Prior James was working on a text. Our God is a consuming fire, and whom he destroyed shall be raised at the end of days and shall destroy him. The first line is from the scripture, but I do not believe the second one is.
Philip, we must focus on the letter.
Да я ищу что-то. В смысле, я его крутил? Он не крутился просто. Он теперь крутится. Так, ага, великий день для церкви и для всех. Проблема в том, что один из незаконно рожденных сыновей короля, мой господин граф Роберт Глостерский, хочет посадить на трон свою единственную сестру Мот. Он убежден, что она будет во всем полагаться на его указания, советы во время правления. Союзником Роберта является Бартоломео, граф Ширинга, преданный вассал короля Генриха, поклявшийся защищать его город. Для восстановления попранных прав королевы Мот, графы Ширинга и Глостера подняли восстание против короля Стефана. Графы, что я несу. Еще немного и начнется война. Да, так и будет. Дощечка. А вот и письмо.
Francis, I think I found it.
Восстание.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Так, Роберту Глостерскому. Назовите дату, и в назначенный день мы будем готовы пролить кровь во имя королевы Мот. Я со своими людьми выступаю против Стефана Блуаского. Мы не развяжем войну, мы лишь разожжем ее пламя. Стефан и все те, кто поклялся ему верности, сами развязали войну в тот день, когда предали дочь короля Генриха. В тот день, когда Стефан узурпировал ее трон. Бартоломео граф Шиллинга.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
Началось.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
a nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Епископ, что?
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Может, епископу?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Фрэнсис, какие у тебя
You
мотивы?
want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He
Я,
could
честно
set the
говоря,
whole
ничего
of
не
England on
понимаю.
fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know
Кого
what I was doing
поддерживать?
here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Ох. Чё, верить брату или не верить? Выглядит добродушным. Ну да. Чё, принимаем план? Или отказываемся ехать к епископу? Квест-тайм ивент. Ого.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
А кто такой епископ, господи? Ой. Первая глава окончена. Мы помогли Фрэнсису раскрыть заговор. Стали одним из кандидатов. Согласились встретиться с епископом. Вот, по-моему, как-то громко очень музыка. Все-таки. Вы донесли на вора. Вы знали о болезни брата Пола, но не облегчили его страдания. Чё, сырной тряпкой его, что ли, замотать надо было? Не знаю. Вы нашли буковые орешки для сада брата Милия. Походу, Пол умрет. Беда. Глава вторая. Джек. Чуд Форест. О. Это же наш пацан вырос. Кабан. О, кабан. Случайно нашел. Мертвый. Полусгнивший. Хорошее было мясо. Жаль, не успели. Лара Крафт. Го Крафт. Оружия нету, как ты будешь оленя ловить? А, прощай есть. Так, перехода же нету никуда. А, спрятался. Прости, олень. А! Так себе попал. Так. О!
Yes.
Как я это сделал, еще не знаю. Чит животин, так подбирай давай. Надо было еще подкинуть, как ведьмак.
For a long time, it was the only name I had known. I was born and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
Да, это не тот. А я думал
The
тот.
Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great,
Странно.
has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain.
Давай, вспоминай.
He
Задумайся.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
Что происходит?
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
Сейчас важно не оплошать с мясом. Так, чё как? Карты. Документы. Дичь. Мой первый олень. Мама будет нам годиться. Класс. А, что у нас есть? Очаг. Эх, бревна. Замок. Тьфу ты, блин, замок. Что надо? Что-то делать с дичью, да?
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Make
Все
it.
быстро портится. Мешки, останки наших рыб. Можно рыжку поесть. Тоже. Уже не так плохо.
I can do this later. Good. It's warmer. Now I need some wet wood to make it smoke properly.
Где я их возьму? Где тут выход?
There he is. Charles the Great, the protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Что упало? Движение. Лук. Эллен. Его матери, что ли? Ну, как бы... Шлем ростом. О, ветки. До камней.
Huh? What's that?
Да. Сейчас мясо испортится, слышь? На звуки он пошел. Для копчения мяса. Мяско поставим коптиться. Там.
Mother will be proud. Now, what's...
Еще не готово, не?
I can't eat it raw.
А, так там ребенок кричит. Там эти идут. Чуваки. Вот то самое место. Надо было идти вот здесь вот. Зря он так. Ничего не нашел. И сразу видно строителя, не выживатель какой-нибудь настоящий. Кто ж так делает? А где еще двое? А, это вообще этот.
Good. He hasn't seen you. Who is he? A whip. That's what he is.
Пич.
A whip. That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember?
Помощник шерифа.
Is he a priest? Almost. He's a monk.
А в чем разница?
Not an ordinary one. Maybe an official.
Они что, ребенка здесь оставили, что ли?
Like this one bit. He looks nice though. He's smiling. Listen, Cub. I am sorry. I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God. Least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Кажется, зря его взял. Ну все, теперь, короче, это. На всю жизнь. Травма.
Mother?
Don't move. We killed a pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
I don't have the baby.
Right. What's this?
Give it back.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left.
У меня там мясо коптится.
I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us?
А, так вы сначала, значит, бросили, а потом...
He doesn't want to. Can we go now?
Just give him a moment, dear. We'll be on our way soon.
You will help us, and don't try and run, or you'll feel my hammer.
What did he say?
He said he's coming with us.
Thank you. You're a good lad.
Mm.
I owe you.
Да вам в другую сторону. Эх, не надо было брать эту тряпку.
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Так, чё?
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only guess.
Ну чё, сюда смысла нет, туда почему он пошел? Лесная обитель Святого Иоанна. Он шел туда, правильно?
The stream led us to a more convenient crossing. Here, one could easily pass without getting drenched in icy water. Suddenly, the boy called out. He had...
В смысле, с другой стороны? Зачем он на другую сторону поехал?
The boy cheerfully mocking my skills as a tracker.
Это кабан какой-нибудь или еще кто? Это что так? Ух, ё-моё. Глаз сокола, ё-моё. Скиллуха. Ну ясно, все равно мы никуда не делись.
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on, up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
You should all get some rest. Alfred, stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favor while I'm gone.
Сейчас всех, короче, потеряет.
Make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Ах ты мерзкий. Стелс. Снег.
Huh?
В смысле?
What is it?
Туман
The
поднимается.
fog is lifting.
I don't like you.
Ты мне тоже не
Tell
нравишься.
me, why do you care about your book so much? Wait, where is it? You sneaky thief.
You took
Это
it
моя книга,
first.
алло.
You're an animal. You don't even know what it is.
Чего? Король? Давай ему.
The Lord and King of all
Затмим.
France, Charles the Great, has
Интеллектом.
spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain. Before him, not a single fort remains.
What are you rambling on about?
It's from the book.
How do you know this? You're an animal.
Can't you read?
Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There is something there.
Мертвый олень. Опа.
What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children!
Ах, ты ж маленький.
Martha, wake up, dear.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
Ой-ой.
If I'd known you lived this close, my Agnes might have been saved.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring water. Sometimes you get lucky, but...
Thank you, Jack.
Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan, to keep the walls and defences in shape. And it would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
Так. И чё ж ты ушел оттуда?
What happened?
I refused.
Ой.
All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
Ты ж дурак.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I
Амбиции.
won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha,
Амбиции должны быть
I'll
реальными.
tell you everything about it.
Когда у тебя семья,
Jack,
на амбиции надо подзабить немножко. Ой, да сейчас.
Why?
Because it is a gentle thing to do.
Да он животное, не буду я ему давать.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
При всех как бы свою историю рассказывать, это такое.
We gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
They go there to rob each other?
No, they don't prey on each other. They talk to God.
It's a place of worship and a home for priests and monks.
Oh.
Jack, Didn't I tell you to give our guests food? Well?
Нет.
All right then. Alfred will get your share. While you, my boy, go straight to bed. Understood? Forgive him. He is not used to other people. And now, everyone eat. You will need your strength tomorrow.
На тебя я тоже теперь обиделся. Все. Все правильно сделал.
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him.
Ну да, да.
I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care. More than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side.
Сама не можешь, что ли, научить? Какой смысл в этом?
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
Какой-то выбор. Интересно, на что он влияет? Замок. Замок ему нравится. У него типа построенный замок. Зачем ему замок? Ну, типа он его вдохновляет. Лучше идти с каким-то радостным настроем, чем замок.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
Вы убили оленя. Налили суп. Альфред не влюбилась. Возможно, можно было подружиться с Альфредом, если бы я налила ему суп. И мы могли бы немножко выправить его отношения. Но он останется злодеем. Станет еще хуже. Вы захотели поскорее покинуть лес. Наша информация о жизни Джека и Эллен в качестве изгоев. Заговор. И мы вернулись к Филиппу. Так, теперь надо убедить пони. Я не могу, что с ним покинуть. Ой, пошли. Вернулись к политике. дворец. Такой он вообще неуверенный в себе. Хотя руководитель какой-то там церквушки небольшой был. Все на дно. Здание. Что, война, война. О, все, понесло парня. Чики с яблоками.
My pony needs to be fed soon. Should I take some?
Чего нет?
I will take just a couple.
Нет. Надо сразу уничтожить улики. Никто не видел. Нету никаких яблок. О чем вы?
There you go. You're still hungry, aren't you?
Конечно, 2 яблока на здоровую лошадь. А еще возьмем. Так, дворец, дверь, что еще есть? Конечно, с запасом сена. О. Гуси.
My pony should be fed. Do I just take some hay? My pony needs to be fed.
Сено возьмем. Почему нельзя было на пони заехать сюда? Теперь тебе не... По-любому сейчас уличат его в воровстве, там прочем. Ничего ты, парень, недостоин. Держи пони.
Here.
Кстати, пони не вырастают в лошадей, если что. А вот этот пони, он выше, чем... Ну, настоящий пони, они маленькие. Помогите, что-то там дали достижения.
Who am I to approach the bishop at... If I can face our Lord, then...
Пока его... Гигантский пони.
Why would the bishop see me? St. John's Chapel is...
То зайди ты куда-нибудь уже, ну. Есть карликовые лошади. Это гигантский пони. Ок.
Oh, why must I be
Гигантский.
so nervous?
Ой.
I
Потрачено.
trust Francis. He knows about these things.
Эй, будь мужиком.
How can I help you?
Такой депресняк.
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
Просто Филипп это как не очень, а приор.
I am the prior of St. John in the Forest.
And what may I tell Bishop Wailerin is the reason for your visit? The bishop insists that I ask.
Что-то ты много говоришь, а? Не сообщать.
I am afraid I can only tell the bishop himself.
The bishop wishes to know beforehand.
In this case, we will have to make an exception.
Wait here.
Чё все такие серьезные? Жди, здесь еще говорит. Давайте поговорим о вере.
A grand palace for the glory of God, I suppose.
Сколько мне его ждать?
If I can face our Lord, then why would I be afraid to face my bishop?
Действительно.
I may lead only a small cell, but that does not mean my matters are of less importance.
Так. Долго его ждать-то?
If I can face our... If I can...
Hello?
Yes?
The bishop will see you now. The Right Reverend Bishop Wailerin by God.
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
А чё слуга стоит, подслушивает?
Please, call me Wailerin.
Wailerin.
Timothy informed me you are the prior of...
St. John in the Forest, Right Reverend.
Then you must be Philip of Gwynedd.
I'm surprised you know my name.
As bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Well, God has blessed us in St. John.
I wish God would confer similar blessings on Kingsbridge Priory. Tell me, Prior Philip, what brings you here at such a late hour? Timothy said that you will only tell me.
Все верно. Упомянуть графа Потамью. Я даже не помню, кто это. Короля... Я не помню.
Oh, Bartholomew of Shiring. Do you know him well?
As bishop, I am much involved in politics. Though, of course, the church can never be involved enough. Bartholomew is a stubborn man. He is opposed to any suggestions from me, and I am his bishop.
I heard the same about the Earl of Gloucester.
How do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester, is he not? Did he tell you?
По-моему, надо солгать, чтобы прикрыть брата. Да что ты кашляешь?
No, I heard at a guest house on my way to Kingsbridge. Unfortunately, I rarely see my brother.
You both must be very busy indeed. But why are you bringing up politics? Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Так, вроде все гладко пока.
Was I wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping and corrupt. So are all sheriffs. Philip, how did you get this letter?
Не упоминать Фрэнсиса.
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Так.
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I asked them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Мы устроили переворот.
Well, and there you found the letter.
Yes.
Timothy, leave us.
Есть мысль, что Ремигий там действовал не один.
And did you find anything else?
No, just the letter.
Надо было еще
The
пошариться.
messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
Правда, нам не дали.
A war would cost so many lives.
God thunders wondrously with his voice.
He does great things that we cannot comprehend. The Book of Job. But this is not the work of God, but of Earl Bartholomew.
You are truly the man I have heard so much about. I will call on friends of mine. Pray for us that we can put an end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late. You did a brave thing for our church, Brother Philip. A brave thing indeed. You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't.
Стоит ли ему доверять? Не нравится он мне. Какой-то взгляд у него странный, подозрительный. Так, это что такое? Сохранение? Чё, какие у нас дела?
The bishop might be watching. I'd better stay on the path.
Что не сходить с дорожки? Вот теперь за нами смотрят. Пора обнести епископа. Да, можно? Чё, пони? Уезжаем? Что делать-то?
Time to leave, old friend.
Прав дорогу. И снова пещера.
Did you pack enough food? It will be a while before you get to eat smoked venison again.
Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
Да он же потеряется в лесу
You're a
опять.
mason too, right?
Каменщик, говоришь, да? Ага.
So, what have you built so far?
Где место? Надо мясо взять. Книжная полка. А Марта, вот же она сидит.
They're looking for you. I don't want to leave. It's so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again.
У меня есть проща.
I've got a slingshot. Maybe you could teach me how to use it. I will. Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too.
Нас стало больше, я всегда буду рядом. И стоит научиться защищаться. Мало ли что, да?
You need to learn to defend yourself. I want to, but I'm still so small. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
Я хочу остаться здесь. Что, придется куколкой пожертвовать? Держи.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you. Oh. Am I his princess? You are. Together you are brave and smart and will never give up.
Главное отвлечь ребенка, и он успокоится. Изи.
I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Come on. We're going on a great quest.
Ширинг.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester, Bath, Salisbury, while I grew quieter and quieter.
Теперь Марта будет защищать от братца. Тебе не нужно бояться братца, когда тебя защищает его сестра. И этот нигер, да, такой? Мемчик. Все было продумано.
Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. The strangest name of them all.
Так, а дальше я типа сам должен пойти? Что вообще есть? Лесная обитель. Пещера, Хамлишинг. Ломник, это дворец. Так, этот уехал в дворец епископа, вот он. А желтеньким подсвечены, где мы типа были. Или какие-то большие места. Ну что-то мы точно не были. Вот я и вышел из леса.
By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or past the palace of the so-called bishop. Tom was hopeful to find work at the palace, but Mother seemed uneasy.
Эта картинка так напоминает сразу баннер-сагу. А как теперь я должен выбирать, куда мы... Поговорить с епископом, мы направились к городу. Епископ или город? Город или епископ? Ну, мужик типа ведет, хочет работать. Чё тогда? Ну, Том уже налажал. Да, это он, конечно, странный тип. Родился ребенок, он его оставил. Я думаю, к епископу идти, все равно потом придется, наверное, к нему возвращаться. Хотя и можно послушаться умную женщину. Ибо Том лажал уже, да, как говорится. Тогда пошли в город, разведаем обстановку. Узнаем что-нибудь про епископа.
These churchmen are all crooks, she said. But Tom answered with a worried expression on his brow. They might be the only ones willing to hire a mason around.
Все еще настойчиво идем в город.
Shiring was full of people looking for work. Mother and Tom kept asking around while we rested our feet at the market. Alfred gave me a look as if he wanted to punch me, but I only stared at the buildings, amazed by the straightness of their walls. Finally, Mother called us over. Rumor had it that the Earl of Shiring was hiring all kinds of people. It was then that I heard a man in a robe say, that voice.
Плохо дело. Теперь она тоже налажала, да? Везде все плохо, короче. It's a trap. Что мне подсказывает, что все будет хуже и хуже. Будут смерти, будут проблемы.
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories. But father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong. And then I won't be so forgiving.
Что это было?
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to be nicer to each other.
Ну да.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house. One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone just give me something to eat?
Такой он нытик, а? Ой. Вырастили чувака. А почему у нее его палка? А еще, возможно, единственная возможность послушать ее историю была упущена в пещере. Ну, хотя, в принципе, и так понятно. Типа, ее считают ведьмой, что-то такое.
Jack, be careful. Don't get too...
Это рисуночки делают. Записок не прибавилось в инвентаре? Вроде нет. Все как было. У нас тут есть Марта.
Stay sharp, Jack. People are rarely what they seem. See that knight over there? What does he look like to you?
Медвежонка, утку.
Look closely.
Я смотрю. И ничего не понятно.
He may seem harmless, but he is still someone who chose battle over any other work. Just because we are out of the forest, that doesn't mean there are no wolves about.
Hello, Jack. Have you ever been to a castle before? No. Castles are very safe places. People don't rob you so fast. Mother told me stories about castles, about knights and princesses. Oh, like what? Like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love each other for 3 years. I know that one. Jack, do you think there's a princess in this castle? It would be so nice to see a real princess one day.
А что случилось после 3 лет? Чё, Альфред, давай, что скажешь?
What do you want? Get lost.
На другую и не рассчитывали. Так, можно пересечь двор, можно пересечь двор. Есть ли в этом какая-то разница? Здесь нарисовала охранные руны. Кто знает. Крестьяне растут. Ё-моё. Работники.
Hello, my name is Jack.
She's an arrogant one, just like her father.
Ничего себе, взял, подошел.
It's not arrogance, it's nobility. You have to be like that if you want people to respect you.
Подняться на стену вряд ли хорошая идея.
It's the Earl's son I'm more worried about. To think that coward is set to be next.
Как знать. Донжон. Восемь, да? О, тоже рыжий.
What is it, boy?
Вроде добренький.
Just want to stand there and stare? All right then, let's see what you've got.
Are you a knight?
No talking. That'd be cheating. Ah, reckoned you'd be as ballsy as your ginger, but another time perhaps.
Чё он хотел-то? Давай еще раз. проиграл в
Will you be
гляделке.
fighting
Черт.
soon?
Why are you asking? All right, let me tell you a secret.
Кругом руина.
Keep a secret? What color is your shite, boy?
Молча смотреть.
Excellent. Looks like you can keep your mouth shut after all. You want to be in on the real deal now? Then just say the words. What's your bloody secret, Catface?
What's your bloody secret, Catface?
Well put, boy. Well put. For bloody it is. We are all going to fight soon. It's for a thing called loyalty. See, all these knights are loyal to one man, and he is loyal to another. And he then is loyal to yet another, a woman, who is the rightful queen of the English. For some, here, loyalty's all about coin and favors and power. But for me, it's all about whom I trust, whom I'd follow all the way to hell for all the right reasons. Going to hell together with confidence and trust. It's what's holding this world together, boy.
Бессмысленная логика.
You understood my little secret? Good.
Тебе нужен каменщик?
Do you need a mason?
Me? Well, these battlements could use a fresh stone or two, but apart from that, I don't know a bloody thing about building, and I don't want to. All I care about is a good sturdy wall and some hot tar to keep my enemies warm. That reminds me of a story. Want to hear a story, boy?
Конечно, я пришел за историями, давай.
Well, you see,
Я
I'm
ничего не
not just
успел
one for
сделать.
a good solid tarring. But back in my day, I was also quite the stealthy bastard, if I may say so. So this one time, me and my men lay siege to this castle. While both sides rested for the night, I took my crowbar and swam over to the enemy. There was this piece of wall where the mortar had gone away, and one could easily look through the holes into their courtyard. So, what did I do? I smoothly tore a hole with my crowbar and snuck inside. Then, what you want to do is hit them where it really hurts. And that's not always the groin. In this case, it was their old well barely standing up. So, one kick, and all its rocks tumbled and covered the hole. From then on, they were without water. The shortest siege in the history of sieges. And not one man died. All because I had an eye on the wall and made good use of that well.
That's what knights do?
Knights do a lot of things, lad.
How did you end that siege again?
I looked for a wall where the mortar was gone, and I kicked in their ramshackle well. Easy.
Ну, рыцарь ли он, мы вроде как спрашивали. Давай еще раз спросим.
Are you a knight?
Would have risked my life for nothing if all I was supposed to do was be warned, lad. Get a job that pays. Not one where you have to pay for a new horse. Being a knight costs you, especially when you're old. Damn. If only.
Huh.
What a strange boy.
Так, ну что? Получили информацию. Будет война.
Watch your step, you little twit.
Ну,
Don't
расстали
mind him,
тут.
boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? Do you think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a right who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
I understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
Я вижу письмо. Леди Алиена, я с нетерпением жду нашей встречи, поскольку мой отец один из богатейших людей страны, а ваш граф Ширинга, наша семья станет могущественнее любой другой. Но не стоит бояться нашей предстоящей встречи, миледи. Вы мне отлично подойдете. Мой отец строит для нас дом, вы будете готовить, убираться, принимать гостей, заботиться о моих лошадях. Наградой вам ставят прекрасные долгие ночи. Уильям Хамли. Ага. Угу. Граф. Есть граф.
We have followers all over the south of England.
Of course. You're the Earl, after all.
After
The
all.
title doesn't guarantee anything, my son.
I don't understand. Is that why you sent all those letters?
We only know what's happening in the south, but Earl Robert is in...
Together we control the...
Not all of it, but we have... Now, be quiet for a...
Он наверх меня пустит. Ну, стоять. Понял.
I'm sorry, boy. The Lady Alien...
Кто такая леди?
A charming young woman. She lives on top of the keep.
Like a princess?
Well, no. Although, I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed. For now, she is just the Earl of Shiring's daughter, and quite good at her role, if I may say so.
Какой важный подметальщик.
I want to see the lady.
My, you are just as rude as her previous visitor, aren't you? Oh.
Can I see her?
May I see?
May I?
As I said already, at least not any scoundrels, not after that Hamley book. She'd rather enjoy some quiet than another wide-eyed piglet who thinks himself a minstrel. Now don't start...
May I see the lady?
I told you she is not... She prefers someone...
Что расскажешь про Хамли?
Yes, Percy Hamley's son, William. Now.
Okay.
And farewell to you.
Надо найти лютню. Или позвать Лютика.
So, have you heard about anyone else?
Да нет, это уже была другая история.
Last summer they were building at the monastery in Shaftesbury, but they might be finished now.
Are you knight?
We...
Why? You want to...
Like you?
Tell you what,
for two little
Snatchers... Very good.
Ну давайте.
The keep is
That's
right
up
up
to
there.
the Earl and his steward to decide. I can't say anything.
А про принцессу что-нибудь расскажете?
Think about the prince.
Нет. Тут закрыто? Еще закрыто. Партийку в гвинт, да. Было бы отлично. Работники. А на той стене что? Или это та же самая стена? Та же самая стена. Здесь двор. Вернуться назад.
There is one. What? There is a princess here.
Oh, show me.
My lady?
Yes, Matthew?
There are two children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl, and an annoying boy.
Well, considering that it is my role to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up. Oh, it's you. I noticed you and your parents from my window. What can I do for you?
Вы правда принцесса? Здравствуйте, вы очень красивая. Ну, поздороваться надо или сказать, что красивая. Надо проявить хороший тон.
You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Yes, please.
Надо что-нибудь сказать.
Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you
Что-то меня
sad?
перебивает, я ничего не могу сказать.
That was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
Надо подождать.
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
Скажем.
That's my mother.
And where's your father?
I never had a father.
Where did you come from then?
From my mother. All young things come from their mothers. What have fathers got to do with it?
I think you should have a word with your mother. Come on, I want to show you something.
Вот и поговорили.
Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us. I don't think that I'd ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew will take you to your parents.
How did it go?
Oh, she was so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack? The Lady Aliena thinks there will be an attack.
Here, go find Tom and tell him.
Может, после разговора с Вик надо было обыскать стены на предмет уязвимости и предложить починить их. Кто знает, то знает. Может, и стоило. Но что-то как-то вроде бы не было ничего. О, ты сюда залез. Чё? Привет, рыжий. Снова я. Тут как бы вроде ничего и нет. Конечно. А, вот он. Есть информация.
Fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worrying about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
Ну, чисто, чтобы он понимал.
It pays. It buys shelter and clothing and we don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
Can't you work somewhere else?
Not if we want to eat tonight.
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, why don't you help me find some damage to the castle? The Earl might not want to fight if his defences are in bad shape.
You can build castles?
Well, if I have the money and the people, yes. Maybe one day I'll show you how it's done. I'm going to talk to some people. You just... And if you see something I can fix...
Так. Шли искать проблемы.
Come on. The keep is right up there.
Давайте, нам нужны проблемы. Помочь найти проблему. Что у нас есть? Подстава. Тут вроде опять снова ничего. Рыцарь, рассказывай. Ничего не знает. Это что такое? Кроме сломанного колодца ничего и не найдено до сих пор. Джон. Колодец. Нет.
Have you found Tom?
Все еще пытается.
Still trying to get work.
Then you should go back to him and learn how he succeeds.
What if he fails?
Well, he is stubborn and proud. What?
Марта.
I wish I was like her.
Альфред? Ясно. Бесполезный. Да, нам не выйти. С этими не поговорить. В замок, что ли, вернуться? Куриная ножка. Это ж воровство. Граф, Мэтью. Мэтью.
I'm sorry, boy. The lady Al...
Ходим. Тогда граф. Чё, как?
No. The...
Молодой. Почему с той стороны нельзя подойти?
You there, what do you want? My father and I have important business, so go play in the yard with the other children.
Еще один. Сейчас бы спроси. Том, мы не договорили. Кажись.
What is it, boy?
Ты получил отказ.
They refused you.
Да вообще не лады.
That doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
What are you looking for?
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a... Yeah, I need to see the hole before I can carve them right.
Ну, мы же уже об этом договаривались. Я только что все обошел. О, конюшня. Туда-сюда. Вот, стена, пожалуйста. Плохая стена.
There is a wall without mortar.
If that's true, you have a very keen eye. Now, see if you can spot any more damage.
Нужно больше доказательств. Нужно построить
The
зиккурат.
battlements are broken.
I noticed that already. Now, see if you can...
А, колодец. И он мне с самого начала не нравился.
The well is in bad repair.
It is? Yeah, very good, Jack. That's one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Well, that should do for now. Now, stay sharp. You did a very good job, son.
Да, не то, что твой сын.
Now, come along. You deserve to see if it works.
Такой отец вообще.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that?
Your defenses are in bad repair.
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah. The keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the stores.
Том маркетолог.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent that?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar. And a mason standing by ready to block up that doorway in times of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word with you?
Мэтью вообще уборщик.
Well, we have a home for now.
Какой-то элитный уборщик.
You know, this is all thanks to your son, Ellen.
What did he do?
He did what you were supposed to do. He kept an eye and an ear out, and finally helped me convince the Earl. Grab your things, everyone, and follow me. It's time we put a roof over our heads.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
Мириться с Альфредом, ну, можно попробовать. проигнорировали город Африка, тоже никогда не подружитесь с ним. Все, потрачено. Блин, здоровый пацан. Почему я должен за ним присматривать? Отец его с собой не берет, он никому не помогает. Ты какой-то барыга растет. Так, епископ согласился помочь. Вы отдали соломенного рыцаря Марте. Помочь ей набраться храбрости. Прекрасно. Вы и ваша новая семья. Теперь семья, значит. Доверие сэра Щербача. Это рыжий, да? Как раз тоже пролом рассказывал. Рассказали о линии об отце Джека. Мы же рассказали, что у него не было отца. Что тут можно было рассказать? Странно. Нашли письмо Уильяма. Зачем, непонятно. И помогли Тому найти работу. Ну что, предлагаю на этом пока что и завершить. GG. Благодарю всех за просмотр. Появились новые лица на стриме. Вот, ну, продолжим либо попозже, либо, не знаю, как-нибудь запилю анонс, на который постараюсь все сделать. Вот. Ну, еще раз спасибо за просмотр. Пока-пока.